So we're recording, we're live. Welcome to week 7. We're back. So I'm going to start off by recapping the week 5 report that I did, just to continue going over my predictions that I had. As you can see, I'll give the overall chat that I am currently 11-7, so I had a bad week. 2-4, not a great week, Billy. It's great to have a viewer. I'm happy that I could do this for somebody. So, you will not be disappointed today. I swear. So, we'll just recap the previous reviews that I had. Um, Starting with Herb's review, where he had me beating Fields of Dreams. Um, it was actually a really crazy matchup. Lamar Jackson versus Mark Andrews. Me and Cobra battling till the very end, until overtime. I thought I had no chance midway through Sunday, but somehow I ended up almost actually winning. Herb gave me a call mid game and was just like absolutely livid. He was just going nuts. He couldn't believe it. He was telling me I was wrong. I didn't think I was gonna win. He was trying to tell me otherwise, but whew, ended up I lost. I don't know if I should be happy or not, but I won last week, so I'm back. We'll see. I also had Chili 224 beating Pitching to Trent. Pitching to Trent won. I had Pray for Jimmy winning. Big Billy, I had you winning. Duchess beat you. I had Chinvincible beating Big Z, correct. I had Bosa D's Nuts beating Bo Beers, correct. And I had Ligma Patient Zero beating Guys, but Guys pulled that one out to complete off the 2-4 Week 5 standings. So yeah, I mean, I didn't do that hot. I've been better. I've been better that season. 11-7 overall in my current predictions. I mean, I've done a lot worse. I could do a lot worse. We'll see if I can keep it up this week. This week has a bunch of, I feel like, easy matchups because there's good teams versus bad teams. So, if the correct teams pull it out, they should have some easy victories. I should be correct. So, we'll go ahead and we're just going to go and check in on the rankings. As we can see, and we're sitting here, we got Field of Dreams still sitting up the top, followed by Pitching to Trent, Ligma Variant Patient Zero, Chinvincible, Chili 224, and Bosa D's Nuts, making the current playoff standings. So I'm right outside there. I'm actually jumped. I went from like 7 or 8 last time down to like 10, 9 or 10. I think I was in 9th. I lost, came back up. Now I'm in 7th. Turns out there's 8 teams that are either 3-3 and 4-2. So, it's anyone's league right now. There's a lot of teams. The only people that have really pulled away is Field of Dreams. And I drafted poorly. This are the only 2 teams that have pulled away. So, it's anyone's ball game. We have to stick in it. A lot of injuries are going down. You have to work the waiver wire. The buys are starting to pile up on people right now. Like, if you saw, like, just take a look at everyone's team. They're piling up, and people are really gonna have to start like getting down and dirty. So yeah. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can make a call in. I think Herb is back. I think he's ready, raring to go. We're gonna get started with the weekly featured matchup. So, in this weekly featured matchup, it's going to be Mango Jewel, and it's going to be Chinvincible. I believe it's the weekly featured matchup because I'm right outside the bubble, and Chinvincible has been on absolute fire lately. So, it's one of the more important matchups where this could really make me or break me. I need to win. Chinvincible could probably use a loss. Like, not use a loss, but they could afford a loss. And I'd really like to keep my hopes up. So, as in proper style, we need that unbiased review. So, bringing it off for the first review of the day, I'm going to kick it off to our boy, Herb Johnson.
Hey, Greg. Thanks for inviting me back to the show. It'd always be my pleasure to give an unbiased review whenever your team comes up. In this matchup, we're featuring Mango Jewel versus Chinvincible, two star-studded lineups, one current playoffs, other right outside the bubble. Uh, let's jump into it. So, to give an overview of the two teams that we're looking at, Chinvincible is very hot right now, coming in with 174 points and 182 points in the past 2 weeks. Thought to be streaky, maybe not streaky. Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor going to be leading the team with at least 75 points through those guys. If they cannot put up 75 points, Chinvincible is going to be in some big trouble. He's losing out on Lamb this week as he's on a bye, but that shouldn't be too bad as he's had some other people such as Ruggs who have stepped in the past and have helped put up 180 points in the past. So we've seen it. Chinvincible has put up the most points, I think the top three most points in the league so far. But will it end? Will it come to an end? I don't know. We'll take a look at Mango Jewel. Mango Jewel, Matt Ryan starting in place of I can't remember his name. Josh Allen, who has the most points in the league this season. It's gonna hurt Mango Jewel that he's missing out on Josh Allen, but maybe Matt Ryan can step into a past of who he was one day and kind of put up some points and help Mango Jewel out. Mark Ingram and Jusic, running backs suck. They just suck.
Fuck you.
DeAndre Hopkins, Brandon Cooks, DK Metcalf, Mark Andrews, and Hunter Henry. That might be enough. If we can have one or two big games from a few of those guys, this might be a Mango Jewel. So, with that being said, it's going to be a tight matchup. Mango Jewel outside the bubble, fighting for a victory to get into the playoffs. It looks like Mango Jewel is going to fight and claw their way into the playoffs. So, you let me down last time, Greg? You better not fucking let me down again or I'm never picking you again. So here we go, Mango Jewel taking down Chinvincible. I know that's not what you want me to do, Greg, but it's going to happen. That's my review.
All right. So I did talk about this with Herb, and he told me he was gonna pick me, and I have some people out this week, and I was kind of telling him to pick Chin, but he decided to go with me again. I don't want to let him down, you know. And he's still on vacation. Clearly, Herb lives on a permanent vacation at all times, and I don't really know what he actually does for a living. So I'm gonna have to talk to him also after this about what he does because I want to do that because he looks like he lives a great life. So, but he has me winning, so I love him. Let's keep it going. Herb is the GOAT. He is. We'll keep going here. So on to the next matchup. The show must go on. All right. So we have Mango Jewel. Let me see if I can throw that up on the screen here. Mango Jewel. We have the Herb pick of Mango Jewel coming up. So moving on to the next matchup, we're looking at Chili 224 versus Big Z. 4-2 versus 2-4 matchup of the cousins. I had high hope for Big Z at the beginning of the season. He's starting to fall off, and he's really dropped down the list, which I don't know if that will stay. Mike, on the other hand, doesn't have Dalvin Cook this week. He's on a bye, AJ Brown has been super disappointing with his number 2 draft pick. And he told me personally that the 22 leagues are getting to him. So, with that being said, I think it's an easy decision. Devontae Adams, number 3 overall in wide receiver. Cooper Kupp, number 1 overall in wide receivers. It's going to be an easy win this week for Big Z, clawing his way back in to 3 and 4 to keep it competitive in the fantasy. So there we go. I have Big Z winning the next one in that. So here we go. Big Z, I have faith. Sorry, Mike, but Big Z, he's got it. He's got you this week. Um, on to the next one, Big Villy. I drafted poorly, the new team name. I mean, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to keep your old team name or, allow the name switch mid-season. But, if that makes you happy at this point, 0 and 6, if changing your team name, maybe changing luck, you never know. It could work. Versus Bosa D's Nuts, your brother. So, I don't know if your brother's going to grant you the win. Because I know there were a few years where I wouldn't say you drafted his team, but I think you played a large role in drafting his team. And now here you are at a critical state where you could really use his help and for a dub. Um, Sterling Shepard might get a little bit more. He's starting Tony, who's been glass and hasn't made it through like a quarter in the past few games. So he, might not be a good idea. Sterling Shepard hopefully will grab some catches. Justin Jefferson has a bye, the number like 6 wide receiver in the league. So that is your only crutch on this time. But also, Bosa D's Nuts has Austin Eckler out. So overall, it's just going to be a low scoring game, which is right into your wheelhouse, where this is what you've needed to finally get that dub. And I drafted poorly, winning once again. So, Big Villy, I have faith in you. I want you to get that dub. I don't want you to go 0 and 7. I think you could do it this week. So, I really think you could do it. So, I'm going to mark it down. Here we go. Where'd I put you? I drafted poorly. There you go. All right. So, put you up on the board there. And then, let's see.
Greg,
We're
Greg,
into,
Greg, Greg, Greg,
wait,
Greg.
what do you want?
I think that I should do the next review.
Oh, what? Why? Why do you, what?
Yeah, I do. So throw the camera over towards me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's better. Much better. So, as the real reviewer is back, we'll take it to Duchess of Douchecockery versus Ligma Patient Zero. Ligma Patient Zero currently has 2 people in the COVID list on his team, so the team is most appropriately named. Just like what he's going to do to the Duchess of Douchecockery after he's done with it this week. So we got Matthew Stafford, who looks absolutely revitalized, proving that it wasn't just Megatron that he needed success for. He is throwing the ball all over the place. Cooper Kupp is the number 1 wide receiver in the league. All you have to do is hope that he continues throwing the ball to Cooper Kupp, or else Robert Woods on the Duchess of Douchecockery side will counteract all of Stafford's efforts and easily make it a null. So that is the one hope. You don't want that to happen. You want to continue going on. Tom Brady will not have those problems, as he's currently the number 3 ranked in points in the entire league of Fawntasy, proving that age is not a factor, and he just drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Just stay in the water. Get some sun rays. Go to the beach, drink some water, live like Tom Brady. I guess all you have to do is move to Florida at the end of your career and you'll continue to thrive. So, but I did make a call in because I've had some concerns. Tyler Lockett has been running crisp routes. DK Metcalf has been doing too good this year. and they're going to be spotlighting him, they're going to lose track of Lockett. He hasn't been doing too well lately. He's going to have a big game, 2 touchdowns for 120 yards at least. You heard it here. And then Darrell Henderson. It's quite an unfortunate matchup for the Duchess, where Darrell Henderson is on Ligma Zero's side, and Duchess is starting Sony Michel, who takes the back seat to Darrell Henderson. So unless something happens unfortunate to Darrell Henderson, Sony Michel is only going to get a little bit. So with that being said, Kelsey cannot put the team on his back this week, and I have Ligma Patient Zero taking it down, continuing his thrive to the top of the league. And that's it. Thank you, Greg. Thanks. It's always great to be here. I'm going to do a little bit more boogie boarding. So
no problem. Yeah, you go.
yeah,
You go. Get out of here.
I'll talk to you guys
Don't
later.
interrupt me anymore. Shit. Okay. All right. So we're back. Herb's out of here. That was his 2 reviews. He's gotten a little more cocky. He didn't like listening to me. I don't even think he's going to finish watching the stream. He's just out of here on his permanent vacation. I didn't even get to ask him any questions. I'll talk to him later. Sneak preview. He will not be here next week. We have another guest coming in next week. I don't know if we're going to be patching him in or if he's going to be coming to the spot, but it will be good. So what we're going to do is keep moving on to pitching a Trent, but let me first just get up the next one, Ligma Patient Zero. So, I mean, I think according to this, Matt's third. So, I mean, he's still climbing the rankings here. So, if Herb's review can come through, then we're looking at Ligma continuing to stay at the top. So, we'll move on. Next, pitching a Trent versus Guys. Thought this was an easy matchup. I kind of just pitching a Trent right away. Guys is just absolutely devastated by buys. He has 5 buys this week. His main player that he has right now is Julio Jones, who isn't doing shit, cannot put a team on his back. He's missing Keenan Allen, Adam Thielen, and Justin Herbert. So he's just done compared to pitching a Trent, just has Kyler Murray, who's just going to carry the team. Elliott's on his bye, won't be an effect to that. So we have smooth sailing for pitching a Trent into week 8, continuing to thrive in the Fawntasy. So let's add that. We got Trent there. And to round it off, we have Fields of Dreams versus Bo Beers. Bo Beers was doing well in the beginning of the season. I think I quoted him a few weeks ago as one of the only past champions that's doing well, but maybe I cursed him. I hope not, because he started to fall down the standings, as you can see. Out of playoff contention, actually, into 8th place. It happens very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Happens very quickly. So, Bo Beers falling out versus Field of Dreams, who is the strongest team in the league at this time. Lamar Jackson, Alvin Kamara, and Debo Samuel are just 3 absolute spotlight players to have at each position. You picked well. Lamar Jackson continues to throw the ball to Mark Andrews, which would be absolutely phenomenal. If they don't and choose to throw it to Marquise Brown might get enough points to neutralize Lamar Jackson's points, so that could... and we're looking for Odell to break out. But good luck with that. Odell doesn't do shit anymore. And then your early pick of Chubb, he's out right now. So it's not looking good for Bo Beers, so we're just going to keep Field of Dreams rolling. He got a loss last week when I didn't do the thing, so he's not undefeated. He's going to bounce back from the loss and move on to 6-1. So that has it for the reviews of today. I'm going to cut it here. Let me edit into Fields there, the last guy. And then I'm going to end recording.